Hey everyone, I'm your host. Today, we're diving into Joe Rogan Experience number 2306 with Deric Poston, aired April 17th, 2025. Joe Rogan kicks off Joe Rogan Experience number 2306 with a warm welcome for Deric Poston, co-host of The Solid Show with Asan Ahmad, setting the stage in Austin, Texas on April 17th, 2025. Derek's a comic with a sharp edge. Let's dig in, Rogan exclaims, his voice brimming with excitement. Poston, a New York native now thriving in Austin's comedy scene, responds with a grin. Good to be here, Joe. Austin's been a game changer. The episode, stretching nearly 3 hours, promises a blend of humor, personal tales, and wide-ranging topics. Rogan sets the tone by recalling his own early comedy days, drawing parallels to Poston's start in the East Village's rough open mics. You had to fight for every laugh, Rogan says, and Poston nods. Yeah, hecklers were brutal. Taught me to stand my ground. This opening establishes a foundation of shared struggle and sets the stage for an expansive conversation. Poston launches into his comedic origins, tracing his path from those gritty New York nights to headlining stages. He credits Dave Attell's razor-sharp delivery, recalling late-night TV marathons. Attell's like a sniper. Every word hits. Colin Quinn's narrative mastery follows, with Poston citing Tough Crowd as a masterclass. He turns history into a roast. Damon Wayans' bold and living color days inspire Poston's edgy style, and he mimics Wayans' iconic sketches, drawing laughter from Rogan. They dissect the craft, timing, crowd interaction, callback precision, with Rogan sharing how Kinnison's intensity shaped him. It's about owning the room, Rogan adds. The industry's evolution takes center stage, as Poston notes social media's rise, particularly YouTube and TikTok. You can blow up overnight, but one bad take, and you're toast, he warns. Rogan concurs, referencing his own online storms, and they explore the pandemic's impact. Zoom flops, drive-in gigs, and don't tell comedy's rise. Poston plugs his new special, taped in a hidden venue. It's raw. Check it on YouTube. Rogan praises the platform's authenticity, and they celebrate Austin's comedy boom, name-dropping Joey Diaz's wild energy, Todd Glass's quirky charm, and Joe DeRosa's dark wit. It's a family here, Poston says. You bomb, and they lift you up. The discussion stretches into the nuances of set construction, with Poston detailing a bit about airport security that took months to perfect, and Rogan sharing a bit on hunting mishaps that flopped live, both laughing at the process. Personal stories enrich the narrative. Poston recounts a chaotic night at the Box in London, a cabaret known for its eccentricity. A guy in a lobster suit came out, spanking people with a paddle. I froze, he laughs, describing the surreal scene. Rogan matches it with a Thailand saga. Lost after a Muay Thai bout, he stumbled into a market, eating what he hoped was chicken. Turned out to be something else. My stomach hated me for days, he chuckles. Poston adds a twist. His wife's reaction. She thought I'd joined a cult. They delve into the absurdity, with Poston recalling a heckler who challenged him to a duel post-show, leading to an impromptu comedy roast-off. Rogan shares a jiu-jitsu class gone wrong, where a new student tapped out with a broken finger, sparking a debate on training safety. These tales highlight their resilience, with Poston noting, you learn to roll with the punches, literally. The exchange stretches with Rogan's detour into a Brazilian carnival mishap and Poston's memory of a New Year's gig where the power failed, forcing an a cappella set, both stories weaving a tapestry of survival and humor. The focus shifts to elite fighters' post-career lives, a topic Rogan handles with care. They spotlight Shab, a former fighter now thriving on all gas, no brakes, and podcasting. He turned cars into a second career. Smart move, Rogan says. Others struggle, losing identity after the cage, and they contrast this with George Foreman's epic comeback, returning at 36, knocking out Michael Moore at 45. That's heart, Poston marvels. Rogan ties it to his own martial arts exit, noting discipline's role in transition. Historical detours include Hunter S. Thompson's Zaire trip, where a fight coverage turned into a drug binge, with Rogan quoting, "He wrote genius, but it wrecked him." Muhammad Ali's draft stand adds inspiration, with Poston reciting, "He lost years but won a legacy." They explore Mike Tyson's post-boxing woes, from pigeons to podcasts, and Randy Couture's gym empire, stretching the discussion with Rogan's analysis of fight camp psychology. It's a brotherhood that's hard to leave, he says, with Poston agreeing from a comics perspective. Both worlds demand adaptation. Addiction surfaces with Poston's tale of a pool champ, a prodigy undone by pain pills. He was a god with a cue, then one script ended it, Poston says, voice heavy. Rogan amplifies with 2023 CDC data, 107,543 overdose deaths, mostly opioids, urging better rehab. They recount a comedian friend's spiral. Saved by Austin's support. We dragged him to meetings, Poston says. Rogan nods, citing Chuck Liddell's battles, and they discuss UFC's wellness programs. The community theme deepens, with Poston detailing a late-night intervention. We sat him down, talked him through it, took hours. Rogan shares a fighter's relapse story, turning to jiu-jitsu for redemption, and they debate therapy's role, stretching into personal anecdotes of therapy sessions. Poston's breakthrough at 30, Rogan's stress relief. It's a lifeline, Poston concludes, with Rogan adding, especially in this business. Politics ignites as Rogan quotes Benjamin Franklin, better 100 guilty escape than one innocent suffer, applying it to border security and gang cases. Poston counters, but what about victims? They dive into UK's 12,183 social media arrests in 2023 to 33 daily under Section 127 and Section 1 laws versus Russia's 54 imprisonments and 30,000 cases since 2010 per Novaya Gazeta Europe. It's a global gag, Rogan warns. Poston seeks balance. Hate speech wounds, but silencing kills thought. Immigration stirs tension, with Rogan questioning open borders' impact, citing Border Patrol stats, while Poston advocates empathy, sharing a migrant's story from a gig. They stretch into UK's hate crime laws, Rogan's free speech rants, and Poston's take on cancel culture's overreach, debating hours of legal cases and public reaction, with Rogan recalling a Twitter ban scare. Technology looms with Tesla's self-driving tech and the World Economic Forum's own nothing vision. It's control dressed as progress, Rogan says, skeptically. Poston urges upskilling, learn code, or get left behind. They explore job loss fears, with Rogan citing trucker automation and Poston's gig economy woes, stretching into AI's creative impact. Rogan's podcast, AI Experiments, Poston's joke-writing bot. Environmental woes hit with rhino poaching, 1,054 in South Africa 2023, driven by horn demand in Vietnam. A myth's killing them, Poston laments. Rogan ties it to deforestation, citing Amazon fires, and they debate conservation funding, stretching into elephant ivory and shark finning, with Poston recalling a wildlife documentary that changed his view. We've got to act, Rogan insists. Hours of ecological insight unfolding. Israel Adesanya's knockout speech steals the show. He said, "I'm the king, bow," and it hit like thunder, Rogan recalls, replaying its power. Poston adds, its motivation and menace. They dissect its delivery, stretching into Adesanya's career arc, with Rogan praising his poise. Poston wraps with his don't tell comedy plug, It's Me Unfiltered, YouTube it. Rogan raves it's comedy's future, and they reflect on stand-up's evolution. Sponsored by AG1 and DraftKings, the episode blends humor and depth. Fans on Reddit love the range, though some crave more comedy, with Austin's vibe enhancing the narrative.